40 laps is the distance. They fire in turn number 4 and round number 2. The Rio Grande Waste Services Wild West Shootout is green. They barrel off into turns 1 and 2. Mike Marlar on the outside of the racetrack. Bobby Pierce on the inside of the racetrack. They say side by side, 2 by 2. Down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Marlar going to let the rear end of the car hang out, coming off the corner. Bobby Pierce going to officially lead lap number 1. Still side by side through turns 1 and 2. Marlar going to get a little more momentum on the outside as Larson going to stick his nose in the battle. Tyler Erb tucks in line in 4th, and Jake Tim rounds out the top 5. Will you have a new leader on lap number 2? Yes, sir, you will. Mike Marlar able to get the advantage on Bobby Pierce that time by. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson again sticks his nose down to the inside of the racetrack. You got 3 cars under a blanket up front battling for the lead, and you've got trouble down in turn number 2.
And we are back underway with Mike Marlar at the point. Tennessee takes him off into turn 1.
Kyle Larson going to try to steal that second spot away from Bobby Pierce right here. Pierce, though, where he likes to be on the high side, and that's just not the place to be right now. Larson's able to slip by, and he opens up the door for Tyler Erb. Turbo wants to try to work his way into the top 3 and around the 32 of Bobby Pierce, and he'll do so.
And you got a few different grooves at the front of the pack with 15 down, 25 to go, and Larson starting to test the waters to the inside of Marlar.
Yeah, he's going to say he's going to look to the inside. Marlar took Larson's line away from him, though. Marlar moved up the racetrack right in the line that Larson was in, and you saw right there he may have spoiled a little bit of air on the rumbling number 6 behind them. Bobby Pierce able to work by Tyler Erb and grab the 3rd spot. Turbo tries to get him back and is unable to do so.
And the wind has picked up wholesale again here, DJ, as the sandstorm is back. As right now, these guys are racing in all kinds of conditions, and now Pierce with a slider on Larson. Oh man, he left him a line though, and Larson drives back around him. Lap traffic soon to be reality, and they are 2-3 different grooves in front of your leaders. Where do you go if you're Mike Marlar? He's going to go down low. That opens the door. Here comes Kyle Larson. 26 down. Larson maybe with a slider off into 1 and 2. Nope, he can't get there. Marlar slid himself.
Yeah, and he may open up the door for Bobby Pierce on the high side. Again, so much momentum at this racetrack. Pierce gets a great run down the back straightaway. He's able to close in, not quite to the rear decking of the 6 car. Instead, he tucks back in line. A good battle up front. Turbo's about to join the party as well. 4 cars under a blanket in the midst of lap traffic, and here comes Larson.
Yeah, top 4 cars catching the back of the pack. Larson's going to peek to the outside of Mike Marlar. We come around to complete lap number 28. Will you have a new leader off turn number 4? Survey says at the line, no, it's still Mikey Marlar. And now off into turns 1 and 2. Marlar up in front of Larson. They get together just a little bit. Here comes Pierce. Pierce might get both of them, DJ.
He may get both of them. Marlar tried to use the 14 Colin Weinbarger as a pick. He's going to slide up in front of the 14. A nice move there by Marlar. Larson going to try to drive back down to the inside. We've got another dandy in the desert. Here comes Larson. Here comes Pierce.
And Turbo's right there with him as well down the back straightaway. Marlar up top. Now he'll go to the bottom. Larson will go up top. Sam Mars on the high side. Marlar slides up in front of him. He'll clear him. We complete lap number 30. 10 laps to go. Marlar's led the whole way, but he's under fire in lap traffic.
Kyle Larson, he's searching. He's looking all over the place for a pass. I just don't know he's going to be able to do it. He's going to have to try to do it in lap traffic, but Marlar's been so flawless at moving through the back of the field.
It seems like in these closing laps that maybe Larson's car's going away and Pierce will drive around him, and Bobby Pierce up to 2nd. 6 laps remain as Marlar's 3 wide in lap traffic, and can Bobby Pierce get to Marlar with just less than 6 laps remaining off into turns 3 and 4?
Man, you never count Bobby Pierce out, but Mike Marlar, much like Cade Dillard last night, doing all the right things. He just got 2 for the price of 1 with 5 to go, but Jake Tim is slow directly in front of the leaders down in turns 1 and 2, and that may bring out a Midwest sheet metal caution if he's unable to limp off the racetrack, and it does.
Does he have 5 more in him? Can Pierce get him? Can Larson get him? We're going to find out, DJ, as we're back underway in the desert with 5 to go tonight at FK Rod-Ins Vado Speedway Park.
Not the first time we've seen Mike Marlar and Bobby Pierce at the front of the field here at Vado battling for the lead. And Pierce drives way high, gets a monster run down the back straightaway. Here comes the slider, but Marlar takes the line away from him.
Marlar slid himself right there, but Pierce is right there with him with 4 to go. And you got to think there's a slide job at some point in there. Marlar running a good line, but it seems like Marlar stumbles a little bit off at 2. That opens the door for Pierce. Could be a different story this time, DJ. Off into 3 and 4. They race off into the corner. Pierce to the inside. Marlar up top. Pierce slides up in front of him. No, he leaves a line. No, he doesn't. As Marlar catches the concrete and Pierce to the lead with 3 laps to go.
3 laps remaining, and Kyle Larson going to try to use the same line Bobby Pierce did, but it may be too little too late. That 32 is like a rocket ship out front. He is powered into the lead this time by 2 laps to go, and what was a dynamic battle for the lead is now turned into a 1.5 second advantage for BP.
Yeah, it just seemed like Marlar, maybe his tires went away under that caution. Either way, we're going to race back to the white flag out of 4. Marlar's trying to hold on to second. Well, Herson and Turbo are going at it. Slugfest back there for third. DJ, white flag in the air. Bobby Pierce takes him off into turns 1 and 2. Bring us home.
Bobby Pierce out front, battles for second and fourth behind him as we got it doubled up for you at home as they head down the back straightaway and through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The Hoger Trucking checkered flag is in the air. Your night 2 winner at Vado Speedway Park is Bobby Pierce.
Mike Marlar comes home in second. Tyler Irvin third. Kyle Larson in fourth. Cade Dillard will come home in position number 5.